Well, good morning, everyone. Another dull Sunday morning. It is a bit chilly, but however, it is just a nice Sunday morning, I feel. Good morning, Cornelia. You were on early, weren't you? You still there? Morning, Christine. I am using some animal healing cards today. These were made for me by a medium called from Scunthorpe, and she had them made specially, and she sold them to different mediums. There weren't many, but I've got a pack, and I'm using these cards today. So Cornelia Dutton, you're first, and you've got the cat, and it means patience. Can you see? And it says, patience is indeed a virtue. You can't rush time, so become mindful of it. Be observant and use it in a practical, positive, and proactive way. Preparation is the order of the day. Good morning, Helen. As I look at this cat, it's turned away from you. So maybe it is just watching things that are happening around you. You have to watch around yourself while people are around you giving you information. I can see here, I know you're not very patient. You want things now. You don't want it tomorrow. You want it now. And that is why you have to be more patient. As this cat is sitting there, it's waiting for its food. Hi, Jeanette. I know as I look at this cat, it is showing me that it doesn't care. And I feel sometimes you don't care. Cornelia, there's a lovely gentleman with you. And this gentleman, he is making some stew or something. He was either a chef or he did a lot of the cooking. He's a small gentleman, about 5'8" in height, but he is really busy and he's cooking on the stove. I can see him making this stew. And I asked him if he's making dumplings. He said, of course. I don't know whether this is your dad or your granddad, Cornelia, but I know that he was very, very strong-willed. He said you're strong-willed as well. You know what you want out of life and you're doing your best. I feel that you've got a problem with your left foot because he's just shown me my foot. Then Cornelia, you need to ask. The gentleman that liked to cook would often cook stew and dumplings. You need to ask family. And it's either a grandfather or a father. I know that he was always busy. He was a worker and he was a man that took things in his own stride. Yeah, you are strong-willed, aren't you, sweetheart? Also very stubborn. He's saying to you, look to where Andrew, Michael, and John are. As he steps aside in the kitchen, a lady's coming in. The lady's about 5'5". She said she liked to cook, but he made the best stew and dumplings. So I feel this is your grandma. She was a lady that always was very, very busy, and she was strong-willed, and she was very stubborn. And I feel you take after her in that sense. The lady is showing me making scones. I know that she made the most perfect scones. She's saying about, hang on. She's saying about knowing how far you've come. And she's saying that you need to get into the culinary kind of thing. I feel you don't cook as much as you like to. So maybe you've got a man that does the cooking around you. Hi, Angela. I know with you, sweetie, you have to start to be more patient. Things don't always happen in the days you want it. You have to take it in your stride. As they said, patience is a virtue. Use that virtue. Use that patience. Find how far you've come. You have to get back into doing what you do best. You help so many people. And I'm told here that you are very clever in your own way. I also feel with you as well, there is some changes happening around you. And these changes are either on a work condition or a family. The lady I have with you had a problem with her chest, and she brings you a big, big hug. And she said about knowing yourself again. As you can see, my throw, it's got poppies on it. And she's brought you poppies for August. And I know it's to do with family. She said, trust yourself, trust your family, and also trust the next lesson you learn. As I say so many times, read some spiritual books. They will help you. Cornelia, there is loads of books that can help you to progress. And to progress, you need to know more about yourself. I am given sausages and mash for you, and I feel that is a memory. Sausages, mash, gravy, and peas. And I want to give you that on a lovely deep plate. And I also want to give you the poppies. So take the love of your family. And can I just say to you, now is the time to take those challenges back on board and find you again. I am given Margaret, Mary, and Jean for you. So please have a look for those around you. And I'm leaving that with you and say thank you for working with me. Christine Marias, let's choose you a card. You've asked for a card. I always hear usually on a Sunday. Hi, Patrick. On a Sunday and a Wednesday. As long as I can, if that makes sense. Right, Christine. You've got the energy card. Can you see? Energy. Energy is everywhere, and we're all made of it. We are light and information. Therefore, we can change and alter ourselves. After all, what stops us? Yes, what stops you? Christine, you've got a long way to go on your pathway. And I know the energy part of you means that sending out your thoughts, helping others, showing people how strong they are. I'm hearing the song, God be with you till we meet again. I have a lady with you, and this lady is mother or grandmother. She's singing that song, God be with you till we meet again, Vera Lynn. And I can see the White Cliffs of Dover. So I know this lady was here in the war. She's very much a lady that says that you have got a long way to go. I know as well, sweetheart, that you have so much love to give. And the love that this lady's giving to you is saying that you send out your love to everybody that needs it. And she's very proud of you. Christine, I'm giving Betty, Phyllis, and also I want to give you June. They're connected around the lady. She's saying about doing what you know best. And I know with your spiritual journey, you've got a long way to go. We have a gentleman also. And this gentleman, as he comes forward, he gives me the name of John. I know as I look at him, he's showing me that I know you're strong in the mind and also strong in the body. This gentleman is father or grandfather. He tells me that you have been struggling over the last few weeks, but he says it will get better. He's saying about knowing where you are going next. He also brings you as well some beautiful yellow roses, and the yellow roses are out of his garden, and the yellow roses are brought to you for memories. I hear the song again, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree, and I know that is memories. Know at the end of the day, you are now ready to move forward. I know you like to go into circles. I know that you like to go on different pages to see different mediums work. But I know with you as well, keep at it and you will get there. The gentleman is showing me his garden. And the garden is absolutely beautiful, but I see the yellow roses. And that is why he's picked you, the yellow roses. I'm also given Frank and Albert, maybe known as Bertie. There's all the love coming to you from the spirit world, Christine. But just remember, you're important too. So can I leave that with you and say thank you for working with me? Jeanette Cullen. Can I talk to you, please? Jeanette Cullen. Okay, let's choose you a card. Oh, you've got that lovely cat, really alert look. And it says, new beginnings. Each new day offers a new beginning, new challenges to rise to, new obstacles to climb. Let each be an experience to learn from. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve. You're only limited by your own limitations. And Jeanette, I feel that you are ready to take on that new challenge and show yourself that you are ready to move forward. This beautiful brindle cat, as I see her, I can see it's a female cat by the shape of her face. And she is by you, and I feel she is your totem, the brindle cat. Okay, I am tired, and I feel really tired with you. I don't want my coffee to get cold. Okay. I have a lady with you, and this lady is about 5, I want to say she's about 5'5". She's not got a lot of meat on her body, so maybe she lost a lot of weight before she went to the spirit world. I want to say that she either had a stroke condition or she had a problem with her left side. And again, I'm yawning. Are you ever so tired? That is why. But the lady is very much part and parcel of the old school. She did everything in the old ways. She would take each day as it came. She's telling you she loved to always do things, and she's showing me a Christmas ritual. She would make the Christmas cake in early July, And then she would start to feed it in late August. She would also feed it until November, and then she would put the marzipan icing on, and then she would ice the cake. I was yawning for you, so I know you're tired. But I also know at the end of the day that you have to start to pick up the pieces of past, remove them, and move forward. The lady with you, you would know she was old school. She would wash on a Monday, iron on a Tuesday. She would clean on a Wednesday. She would do bedrooms on a Thursday. She would cook on a Friday. And she would always, Saturday, that was her day of rest. She would sit, she would have made pies or made something. So people had to have a pick and mix. She's very much a lady that knew her own way. And she's saying how much time you had between one passing and then the second. So I feel one lady went first and the second lady went later. I don't know if it's you that's suffering with headaches, but I've just got a headache on the left-hand side. So maybe migraines. She's very much a lady that absolutely loved you to bits. She's shown me an old-fashioned paint book, and you painted it with water. Yeah, that is what she's saying. The cake was boozy, and she's laughing. She said she always made sure there was a decent Christmas cake. Oh, then that's opposites. So as we're sitting, it's opposite. Okay. But I know it's a migraine headache because I've just shown me the aura. So have you got a problem with your right foot? If not, it's the left because it's opposites. But I'm just seeing that. She's singing to me, silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. And she's just brought in the Christmas cake and a Yule log. She made her own Yule log as well. She's showing me the cake is on a platter. And then the Yule log is on another one. And it's a glass platter. And I can see, oh, you get the cramps, is it? That is, I'm just feeling a pain in my left foot. Underneath my foot. I'm given Pearl, Dorothy, and Jean. I'm also given as well, Jeanette. I want to give you a Janet. Janet. I'm told also that you can be a bit bossy sometimes. And this is from your grandma. Okay, sweetheart. Just remember, we are taking time out for you. Be yourself and show others how strong you are. Okay, Jeanette? And I am going to give you a Christmas cracker with a gift inside. And as I pull that cracker is a horseshoe. And that horseshoe is to give you a bit of extra luck for the new year. Okay, so can I say thank you for working with me? And let's go. I'm just scrolling down now. Angela Diane. Oh, Angela Diane. Okay. Oh, you've got the grey horse. Can you see the grey horse? And the little one behind it. And it says, don't feel small. Don't feel small compared to everything around you. Don't feel that life's problems are too big to cope. Where you can't make decisions, in your heart, you're big and strong and important. So stop being small, grow big again. And as I see the grey horse, there's a Shetland pony just underneath it, and that is the small horse. And now I want to say to you, don't be that small horse, be the big horse. Let's show people how strong you are. You are a strong lady. You have lots of love to give. Again, I've got a headache, but I've got a headache on the left-hand side, and I know it's the left-hand side. I'm also being given for you a tin of Rosie's chocolates, and I feel that I have a lady here that she loved the Rosie's chocolates, and so did you. I see them as I look. The tin is full, but somebody's had the hand in and taken one special one out. I'm also seeing this lady, and this lady is about 5'3". She's just brought you a butterfly, and the butterflies must mean to me metamorphic touch, but it also means as well to you that you have got a long way to go. I'm seeing a band on stage playing rock and roll. So I feel that you love music. But the lady I have with you has got music in her soul. But I feel she likes country and western. The lady's got her hair it finishes where my chin is. So I know she had some hair. She's saying to you, take some time for yourself. Angela, she's saying here that she loved her garden and she was always weeding it and planting plants. I see polyanthus. Oh, God. Purple polyanthus. I feel this is a grandmother figure or a great aunt. She used to read Enid Blyton to you when you was a little one. Maybe you've got to ask the questions. But I know you always got books at Christmas. And this lady always bought you an Enid Blyton book. But I'm going back well in time. She's showing me pushing you in a pram. And it's a bluish coloured pram. And I can see ducks across the front of the pram. So this is old fashioned. She's saying about You should always be yourself. Don't let others put you down. Do you remember her being in the garden with a sun hat on? Because I do feel this is a grandma. She said there's time to get yourself back on track. I feel you should join a circle that can help you to progress. She's showing me also a gentleman. And this gentleman, as he comes in, he's brought some bulbs for her to plant. He never planted anything in her flower garden. He just brought the bulbs. And he's also brought some plants. I know this lovely, lovely man would have been a grandfather. His was the vegetables. His was the apple tree. His was the garden shed. But they often used to have afternoon tea together. Somebody used to play the piano, because I'm hearing a piano tinkling away. So maybe your mum played the piano, or you did. You need to join a circle, sweetheart. Time maybe to read some books. I always say beginners, always read the Celestine prophecy. That tells you there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Or maybe the way of the peaceful warrior. Know that you can overcome all difficulties. But whatever you do in this life, you will be aided by the spirit world, because they will push you in the right direction. Remember, always go with your gut feeling. If you don't feel that is right, then you can move forward. I've asked for something special for you, and I've been given an apple pie with custard. So take that love that has been given to you, and just remember, go with the flow. Do what you have to do. You will get there. All right, sweetheart, I'll leave that with you. Neela MP, are you still here? Is it Neela or Nella? Good. Good. Oh, yeah. Okay, Nella, this is you next then, please. You've got the brown horse. Can you see? And this says vibrant energy. Draw on the cosmic energies to revitalize and recharge your batteries. Are you in need of recharging? Are you feeling tired and underwhelmed? But this horse is bringing you the strength which you need. Maybe it's time to look at yourself and say, I am ready to take the next step. Life is for living. You have to live your life. Oh God, again, I'm so tired. So I feel you need to find you again. I'm shown a rainbow, and the rainbow is over a building. And I feel you very much like rainbows. You're very much a person that would rush out if you saw a rainbow. I am given also, as I talk to you, a lovely lady. The lady's about 5'1", 5'2". I'm given the names of Ethel, and I'm given also the name of Margaret and also Olive. I'm shown here also with this lady. She's a lady that would always do things to help others. She was very strong in the mind. And she would often sit and she would do some knitting. She used to like a glass of sherry at Christmas, whereas others didn't like the taste of it. She always liked a sherry. And she always used to hold her glass up for the Queen. So she was very much a royalist. She just said, just to say to you, maybe you need to move forward on your own pathway. Maybe get somebody to help you. This lady, I feel very much a grandmother. She's very much a lady that knew her own way in life. As I said, she was very, very much a helper of others. Maybe you've got to ask the questions. I'm giving also Sheila and Shirley, the two S's. She's also saying to you, stop struggling, find yourself. And she said, every dog has his day, remember that. She said about coconuts. Do you like coconut? Because the coconut is still in the shell. She said she sends you some healing. She said you need the healing at this moment, and should always put your name down on the healing page. Again, I'm yawning. So are you tired at the minute, not sleeping very well? I see a door handle moving. Have you been having your door opened? Have you noticed your door opening? Because, yeah, you're exactly the same as me. Then just remember, I've said that about the door. I have John, Brian, and Michael for you. And just to say to you, time to let go. And once you can let go, then you can move forward. I've been given for you a necklace, which is a It looks very much like a locket. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Patrick. My husband died 2 months ago, and I'm just trying to overcome my difficulties. So I know what you're going through. So Patrick Monaghan, let's talk to you. Let's find you a card. You're welcome. Patrick, are you still here? Let me know. There you go. Let me choose you a card. Right. You've got unconditional love. Look at the horse. Even though it's ugly, it loves you. And it says, no matter what, I'm here for you. But that horse is there for your strength. I see a letter Y. And the Y could be Yvonne, it could be Ivan, whatever. I just know how to give you the letter Y. Maybe you have been saying to yourself, why me? Why is this happening? Have I got lots of things to do in my life? I know with you, sweetheart, you have to start to say to yourself, I am ready to move forward on my pathway and I will find my way. I'm hearing the song, I Did It My Way. So you've got things to do, but you've got to do it your way. No matter how many times people say to you, you are ready to move forward, you don't believe, but I want you to believe because you are now ready to move forward on your own path. Right, I've got a lady here with you, and this lady I feel is your mum. She was a lady that struggled in life, but she's a lot better now than she was. She said that you have always struggled with not liking yourself. But she said you have to like yourself to move forward. Sweetheart, I'm given the names of Hillary. I'm given also the names of Mary. And I want to give you Anne or Annie. She's a lady that absolutely loved to go into battle. And she would go into battle for family. I can see her fists like this, saying, I am ready to do battle. I see with you also a sense of just knowing that you have to go a long way to find you again. I'm shown the Star of David. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, it's like a necklace, but it's the Star of David. I feel one of your guides is Egyptian. I'm listening to somebody singing. And It is a man, and he's got a beautiful tenor voice. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let no... Do you know that song? Maybe he was in a choir, or maybe he sang because he liked that song. God rest ye merry gentlemen. I know this gentleman is either your dad or your granddad. He said, you know who Farmer Giles is, so I know it is either your dad or your granddad. But he had a lovely singing voice. He's saying the pressure has been on over the last few months. But he's saying here that you have got to start to believe in yourself again. You understand the nurse? I've got a nurse here because I wanted to say about Florence Nightingale. It's your great-granddad, was it, who had the singing voice? But he's singing, God rest ye merry gentlemen. And now he's singing Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen. So I know he was either in a choir or he sang with somebody else. You understand Paula, the name Paula? And you also understand where there's a need for you to just slow it down a bit. But lots of love to you from the spirit world. And they're just saying, continue the way you are and you'll be amazing. All right? I'll leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Danielle, are you still here? Danielle? Danielle? Okay. If Danielle is not here, let's go to somebody else. I'm just coming down. We've got Mary Moob here. Are you still here, Mary Moob? You are welcome, Patrick. I'm giving you the St. Bernard. And it says, don't rush me. Take time out and don't feel guilty about taking a rest. It's good to take a break between jobs. Make time to enjoy the small things in life. The rewards are amazing. As I see this dog, I feel I just want to just chill out and find myself again. As this dog is just sitting there, letting you know she is around you. So you must love animals as well. I have a gentleman with you. This gentleman, as he comes forward, he was in the Navy, and I want to say the Royal Navy. He's showing me the seaside. And I can see the Helter Skelter, and I can see also the other fairground rides. I feel as a child you would have gone with this gentleman to either a fairground or you went to the seaside. Mary, there's a lot of fuzzy feelings coming to you. I don't know why. Have you been feeling a bit fuzzy-wuzzy just recently? Because this gentleman is very much a father, husband, or an uncle. He loved to be outside. He would walk for miles. And he had his dog with him. He used to come back and tell you his feet were hot because he'd walked for so many miles. But it wasn't that he didn't want to be in the home, but he liked to just walk and see the sights. He loved to look at the countryside. I know he was a gentleman that always tried his best. I'm given Tony, the name of Tony, maybe Anthony, but known as Tony. I've also got John, maybe known as Jack. And also I want to give you Norman. There is a lot of love coming to you from this gentleman, Mary. And he said, always trust in yourself. You will get there. I have a lady now coming in, and this lady, she comes forward. She's got long hair, and it is plaited to one side. She had palpitations. If it's not her, you've been having palpitations. She tells me that you have been struggling, but she said you will get there. I don't know why, but I just feel that you've been questioning yourself just recently. And I know the questions you've asked yourself, you've had no answers. Can I tell you to get a book and a pencil and write down your question, and then first thing that comes to mind, write it down? You will find your answers. I'm given Leslie, the name Leslie. And I'm given the names of Alice. And also I want to give you Mary. I want to take you to Easter, where there was a passing. And I want to take you to Whit Sunday, where there was a birthday. I'm also given Peter. Just remember, Mary, trust in yourself. You will always get there. And don't rush. Just take time and you will get there. I promise. All right. So can I leave that with you and say thank you for working with me? Kelly Francis. Kelly Francis, are you still there? Kelly, you're not here, are you not? Okay, let's go down. Andrea Reeves. Oh, you've got the Shetland pony. Little brown Shetland pony. And it says courage. Face those fears, for nothing is as big as it seems. Obstacles are only put there to climb over and find the courage within to help dispel those fears. Remember all the things you do with courage and confidence. And I feel you need a bit more confidence at the moment. But as I look at this little pony, he's watching over you. So I know you just need just that push in the right direction, Andrea. I think my coffee must be cold now. Right, Andrea, I've got a lady here with you. And this lady is wearing a tartan skirt, and she's wearing a white blouse, and she's wearing a patterned cardigan. And she's sat up at the table and she is writing letters. I feel she always sat at the kitchen table and wrote letters. She had a little drawer in the side of the table where she had her checkbook and pen and also her paper and envelopes. And I can see her doing her bills as well. And I feel this is a memory of Grandma doing that in her kitchen. She was also a lovely baker, and she would do her things which she had to do when her bread was proving or she was waiting for things to come out of the oven. She was a lady that had a lot to do in life, and she's saying how much she loved the children. And she's telling me that she always had things to do. I am given Mavis, Margaret, and Ethel. She loved a glass of wine, and she would often have a glass of white wine, and it had to be a dry white wine. But she only liked it at Christmas time. She's showing me there was a lot of things that she did to help others. And if she made any cakes or anything, she would always take a plate to next door. And that plate of cakes or whatever she was doing, because it was for an elderly lady that lived next door. The lady next door was called Betty. And she always had to take something round for her because she was alone. I felt her husband had just died, and the lady next door, Betty, just needed just that little bit of a helping hand. She had a daughter, but the daughter didn't come very often. As she steps aside, I've got a gentleman now. And this gentleman, he gives me the name of Harry. And he also gives me as well the name of Neville. I feel this gentleman was a very, very strong gentleman that knew his own way. He's shown me, I've got trees down the garden. I've got a walnut tree, I've got an apple tree and a pear tree. And he would always take in the fruit to help, help your grandma, I feel. But he always tried to get the walnuts before the squirrels got them. Because if he didn't, then the squirrels would decimate the trees. He's saying here, your strength, your knowledge, and your love is given from this gentleman. And he says, thank you for always being there. And he loves you. I'm leaving that with you. Right. Wayne Earl. Wayne, you've got build a bonfire. Can you see? And it says, Time to have a bonfire to cleanse the past. Maybe time to write and burn, let the past go, so that you can move forward into a clear new space. So as it's saying to you, put the past to bed. Maybe you've had a lot of bad feelings over the last few months. But I want to say to you, once you can get rid of past, then you can move forward and do things that you need to do. I hope you're still in your circle and developing, because I know I've got your dad here. And your dad is saying to you, thank you, son, for all you did for me. I know it wasn't easy, but know at the end of the day, I was always there for you. And he is with your mum. And he's just saying they can dance now in the moonlight. So I know the love is there for you, Wayne. But you need to talk to them yourself. And I told you before, get yourself a book. And I want you to write down any questions you want to ask your mum and dad. And the first thing that comes to mind, write it down. It might all be gobbledygook, but once you've written and found it, then you know you've reached what you need. You need a circle that you can develop fully. You've got the gift, use it. You have a lot of love to give. And you are a person that has a lot of things going on in your head at the moment. As I said to you, the bonfire is there to get rid of past issues and move you forward. Just remember, sweetheart, your family is with you. You've got a beautiful girlfriend, you've got a beautiful daughter, and soon to have a son. But what you need to do is remove past issues, and then you can move forward. Good. But you need a close circle, sweetheart, one that you can develop yourself. So stay with Jean, by definitely, but hopefully the close circle will come where you can find more. Okay, sweetheart. Ivy said, stick to what you know best, son. You'll find your way. Just trust in your own self. There you go, sweetheart. There's lots coming on in your life. So trust in yourself. Be yourself. And know at the end of the day, whatever's going on around you, it will always happen at its own pace. Remove the bad feelings. As I said to you before, get rid of all the badness and the good things will come and join you. Congratulations on your grandson. Maybe you can teach him to do the things that you wanted to do. I know we have a lot to do in this life, but just remember, on your spiritual pathway, it is time to move forward. All right, sweetheart? I'm given a pair of dancing shoes for you. So just remember, being able to dance and show your true spirit, then you are ready to move forward. Okay? So thank you for working with me, Wayne. And can I say that you will get there as long as you believe you can. All right? So it is my time now. So I'm going to say goodbye to you all until I'm back on Wednesday, 4 till 5. So good afternoon. God bless.